What it is, what it is. Welcome to the newest installment of the Professor comedy show, where I try to bring to you some useful information as well as a little comedy spruced throughout. So basically today, as you can see, I'm in a hotel, ready for some international travel because I'm a businessman. So I was thinking, like, what am I gonna do tomorrow when I go to China and try to become, as comfortable as I can be on the plane ride, because I don't know the exact length of the plane ride, but it's got to be long, right? It's got to be 14, 15 hours. So I was like, there's got to be like a few steps or a few tips on how to be as comfortable as possible when traveling, specifically international travel, because domestic travel usually is like 6 hours max. So you just gotta suck it up. But I'm talking about this 14, 15-hour plane rides, which are crazy long, right? So first step is, I thought the best is to travel with somebody. You never want to travel alone, because then you're gonna be sad and you're gonna be lonely. On that ride, you're gonna see like couples holding hands in the plane. You're gonna see, the mom with the baby with her. That's super annoying. But you see that motherly love, right? That's beautiful, right? One time I saw this big guy. He was carrying his baby, trying to get into a seat, and he was holding it like this, like a football. He was holding his baby like a football. But yeah, anyways. So travel with somebody. Preferably if you can. People doing business, sometimes you can't travel with someone, but it's nice to have someone there to comfort you, to talk to play games with. And best is, don't buy those pillows that wrap around your head like we're here to support your neck. I mean, that's kind of a good substitute, but there's nothing better than a nice solid shoulder to lean against to sleep on the plane. So that's one of the reasons why you want to travel with somebody and have somebody there to travel with. Another big debate, as far as traveling on an airplane, is which seat to take. Everyone knows the middle seat is horrible because you double your chances of sitting next to some big fat guy. Nothing against fat people, but in a plane with small seats for a very long time, you usually want to have room for your elbows and stuff like that. So, you know, middle seat's usually not the way that you want to go. So you only want to sit next to one person. So you're either going to choose the aisle seat or the window seat, right? And usually the window seat is the seat that all kids want, because they want to look out that little window and see the wing of the plane and see the view and all this stuff. But really, is that view of the take, because mostly it's just clouds anyways, right? Except for the landing and the takeoff. Is that like 30 seconds of bliss worth not being able to stretch one of your legs out? So if you're on an aisle seat, which I always take, you're going to be able to stretch one leg out. And people say, well, then you're only going to be able to stretch one leg, whatever leg is towards the aisle, right? But then when you stretch that one leg out, you leave the other leg all the room that is made for two legs. You know what I'm saying? So then you're going to be more comfortable that way. So aisle seat, way to go. Okay, next, music. Music is always great on a plane, but what kind of music are you going to be listening to? Rock, like hard metal, like screamo rock, or rap? Why do you say this? Why not classical, Beethoven, country? Because these songs, they're too light, they're too like soft. There's no way you're going to be able to hear it over the snoring guy next to you, or the baby crying in the corner, or the engine of the plane. There's no way. So you got to hit your ears, you got to hit the drums with some hard rock or some gangster rap. Ain't nothing but a gangster party. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to hit your eardrums hard. So, because what's the point of listening to music if you're not going to be able to hear it, right? So you got to hit it with rock, like, I don't know, Led Zeppelin or something. I don't even listen to rock, but I mean, or like some Biggie or Tupac or something. The last thing is, I always have this dream that I want to sit next to some beautiful lady, some beautiful young, and then lady, and then we'll be able to spark some conversation. Like, oh man, this sucks. We got to sit in a plane this whole time, right? And then you can spark some conversation from that. But in my years of travel, I've never been able to achieve this. There's always the lady with the baby crying next to me, or the big guy that drools or coughs, or the sick guy The sick guy that coughs all over his hands or sneezes everywhere is somehow always. When I see him in the terminal, I'm like, oh no, that guy's gonna sit next to me. And guess what happens? Right next to me is the guy who got sick. Like that's the guy who sits next to me all the time. So in your mind, if you can somehow like bring the energy to come to imagine yourself being able to sit next to like a beautiful girl, maybe that'll happen for you. You know, or what you can do is if you see a really good one, you can sacrifice your aisle seat, which you cleverly, got when you booked your flight, and you can sacrifice it for a middle seat, saying, oh, would you like to take my aisle seat? I'll be willing to take your middle seat, right? And then you look like a nice guy being, sacrificing the nice seat for the middle seat, and then you get to sit next to the cute girl. So everyone wins in that situation. So that's like the one time you would take the middle seat. That's the one sacrifice that you would do. But then usually that's probably not worth it either. I'd rather take the aisle seat. So those are the basic tips. Get someone to travel with you, like a buddy. Take the aisle seat. Listen to some rock, some rap music, some loud music. And lastly, if there's a really good one, sacrifice the aisle seat and grab the middle, but that's optional. I don't even know if I would do that. And then lastly, just walk around. I mean, there's always the aisle there, so you can walk, stretch the legs out, pretend you're going to the bathroom or something so you don't look weird. And yeah, so safe travels. Until next time, we out.